I got my stalker to name their kid the wrong name, so I have had a stalker for about a decade. We met through mutual friends, but after a few months of knowing each other, red flags and alarm bells went off and I cut ties with her. She, however, did not, and thus started nearly a decade of the weirdest stalking ever. She would, and still does, copy everything possible she can from me, from dyeing her hair, buying the same clothes as me, claiming to work in the same company as me, copy-pasting my Instagram posts, Twitter status, stealing my holiday photos and photoshopping me out of them to look like they were hers, showing up to places she knows I would be at. It's been really bizarre, but as she hasn't done anything physical, I was unable to get the law involved. In 2020, my husband and I got pregnant but unfortunately suffered a miscarriage. Before we lost our baby, we had put up an announcement on Facebook saying we were going to have a baby. I'm pretty good with graphic design, so I designed it myself. I was heartbroken after the miscarriage, so took it down a week after the loss. Fast forward to last September when my stalker announced her pregnancy, where, you guessed it, she used my custom announcement with just the names changed. It was wild, and more than a few people noticed how weird it was that she had kept on to the announcement for nearly 3 years just in case should she ever have a chance to use it. It was then I decided to play a little game. She knew I was very close to my grandfather that passed away. If we had had our baby and it was a boy, I has intended to name him after my grandfather. I never stated the name publicly, but saw this as an opportunity to mess with her. I posted about how I wished I could have called my baby Jack after my grandfather and how much the name meant to me. My grandfather's name is most certainly not Jack. So, as predicted, guess what name she decided to name her baby boy? That's right, Jack. She is so far unaware that Jack was a completely random name and not even close to my grandfather's name that I care about. I plan on dropping the ball that it's the wrong name in a few years when it'll be impossible for her to change it. Anyway, it's just made me laugh so hard that she would go that far and in turn named a whole other human being a random name just out of spite.